Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips, and on the bench today we have this Colt Excalibur SSB home base CB radio, very similar to the Ham International Jumbo. This would actually be closer to the Mark II Jumbo with the 121 board. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join the Facebook group, join Patreon, buy me a coffee, have a look at my website microchips.net where all my boards are. And let's get started. So, here we have our Colt Excalibur radio with its early 121 board in it. Now it's already got a single crystal in it because somebody's already been playing in there. And I believe that's to switch the bleep off. So that should be fine because it has got the high gain P-Wit bleep built into it. So just having a look at the crystal board with a single crystal. Presume that's a mid-band crystal. So that'll be fine for what we're going to do to this radio. We've got something down there that I'm not sure what that is, but that's coming out anyway. And we've got this thing here. Looks like somebody's been having some snipping action in there. And going across the radio, we can see we have a board with a potentiometer. God knows what that does. Obviously we've got an EEPROM there, so that must be doing the UK and high band from the mid band crystal. And we've got this really horrible band select as well. It's about 3 sizes too big. And we've got this thing deciding to stand proud underneath the board. We've got this thing that's flapping about in the breeze. Not sure what that's all about. Anyway, we haven't powered this radio up yet. We're still looking. And there's all our cut tracks as to be expected. An absolute train wreck. Now, on this video, we're taking a different approach. We're taking a leaf out of Mr. DT307, Chris Peel's book. So we've not powered it up. We're going to do exactly what he says.
Yeah, just cut the fucking lot out in one go. Fucking snip it out. Don't even power it. Just fucking rip it all out. That's what I would do anyway. Wouldn't even hesitate. See that? Fucking chop, 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 chop. Get on with it.
Well, the Lord and Master has spoken. So it shall be done. And we just cut it out. We've not even powered the radio up. We've just snipped it. And off to the bin it goes. And we'll just get rid of these extra bits of wire for the fun of it. We don't need those anymore. So we've removed all the wires off the back of the PLL. And as you can see, it's an absolute train wreck with cut tracks. I'm not sure what that's all about, that potentiometer. And the first mixer's been played with. But yeah, we're going to have to reconnect all these traces up. But that's not a problem, we've done that before. So, I don't know what these wires are, but they're not supposed to be there. So, we're just going to do a Chris with them and get rid of them. So there's the area a bit more exposed, and oh dear, somebody's been really having fun and games with this thing. So what I've done is I've just scratched back some of the solder mask to expose some of the copper, and we're going to fit some links on. And whilst we're removing stuff, we're going to get rid of this, whatever that is. That can go into the bin as well. So we've fitted some links. We're giving it a brush with some isopropyl alcohol. And now we'll cover up all our repairs with some green solder mask. And UV cure it. So it looks a little bit tidier. It's very nice. That'll do just nicely. And next thing is to address this horrible band select. It's about three sizes too big. So that's coming out as well. and we'll replace it with a proper one. So I don't know why this white wire is going off to the LSB offset. I can only presume it was some weird UK40 drop. But anyway, we've fitted a band select in. Very nice. And now we need to remove the PLL chip. So, sped up for your enjoyment. We'd obviously tested the radio to make sure we're on mid-band, which it was. No point doing a modification to the radio if it wasn't working. So what we've done is we've got it working on mid-band, and then we can go forth with a modification. So we'll put one of my XL boards in, and that blue multi-turn potentiometer is for the UK40 offset. We've just put it in a unused transistor hole, which keeps it nice and neat, puts it on the board. So that will be our UK offset when we finally wire it up. So that's all nice and neat, nice and tidy. So there's our UK offset wire going to the potentiometer we soldered into that empty transistor place.
Yeah, just cut the fucking lot out in one go. Fucking snip it out. Don't even power it. Just fucking rip it all out. That's what I would do anyway. Wouldn't even hesitate. See that? Fucking chop, 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 chop. Get on with it.
And a customer wanted a switch mode power supply fitting. And thanks, Chris, for those kind words. So we've tested it on 13.8 bench supply, and we know the radio's working, but we're going to remove the old supply, and we're going to fit a nice switch mode in. So, out with the power supply module with its extra part. That can go. And out with the mains transformer. So it should make this radio a lot lighter. Now I've not got this great big thing in there. Nothing wrong with the transformer. And there's our switch mode power supply bolted in place. Nicely secure. So we've got the radio's plus and minus 13 volt wires there. So we're reconnected some mains lead up to that lovely terminal post that we all get electrocuted off. And we're connected up the power supply to the mains. So we've got it powered up on mains. Now we'll just adjust the trimmer on the power supply for 13.8 volts. Just like so. That'll do nicely. Yep, close enough. That'll do. And there's the radio running on mains power. Very nice. All working nicely. Everything seems to be operational. So now we can get down to doing some final checks. So we've got it on the signal generator. We've done the ALC, we've done the RF bias mods, and as you can see we're receiving absolutely correctly for minus 72 dB. So we'll just get our piece of paper out and we'll write down a load of SINAD readings, you know, for every S point, because, you know, everybody wants that. So yeah, it's fine. Just give a little adjustment to the front end and we can get this thing well within specification. Now let's have a look at the FM. So we're just adjusting the FM discriminator using the 1K tone and monitoring it on my scope, and we'll just peak that up for best FM demodulation. So nice 1K sine wave there. Okay, let's move along. So I noticed the antenna relay was a little bit dodgy. Now I've got some replacements on the way, thanks to Steph at haminternational.eu. But for the meantime, we're going to have to clean this up the old school way. So we've got a little bit of switch cleaner. I'm going to put a piece of paper in between the contacts. I'm going to try and clean it up that way. Now, no, it's not a permanent fix, but should be alright for a while. So we've got switch cleaner on the contacts, and then we'll close the relay and we'll just work the paper in between. See if we can't get rid of some of that tarnished surface. And then we'll put it in the other side as well. Actually needs a new piece of paper to do that. Yeah, that one's well and truly bent. So we'll put a new piece of paper in, and as you can see that this contact was probably the open one in its life, and it's very, very filthy. Yeah, it should last, should be okay. So we've done the squelch pop mod, removing the resistor and popping the wire link across. There we have it, no more squelch pop. So that's nice. We'll just have a look at carrier balance. Just make sure that that's all the way down to the minimum. Now I've got the scope on really sensitive here. I think we're on 100 millivolt per division. So the noise is very, very minimal. As long as we can get these down to as low as we can, we're absolutely fine. Just after a quick tune up. Sounding well. So we've got -5 plus 10 kc, low mid high UK 40, all tuned up and ready to go back to the customer. So anyway, if you like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join Facebook group, join Patreon, buy me a coffee, have a look at my website microchips.net where all my boards are. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.